Division 4 boys soccer action. Proctor in their home whites, actually on their home field at T&T Field, Taranovich Field, taking on Danville. And Proctor got here in large part due to the play of their goalie, Justin Ratty. Had a huge semifinal game, the game that went to overtime on a goal scored by Keegan McDonald that won the game. And this should be an excellent contest. It's a sold-out, packed house. People just from all over gathered around, smothering T&T Field. And we'll go through the lineups as the game unfolds. That was Ricky Carroll trying to make the soccer move, get around the corner. McDonald coming in, number 7. And number 10, of course, was Carroll. McDonald, like it's been chronicled, a prolific scorer. The first guy you got to worry about on the markup. But they've really done a nice job of adding some help as far as scoring goals with Ricky Carroll and Ryan Petrini with that speed up front. But it's that back line of Proctor that's big, it's physical, it's experienced, and it's done a nice job defensively along with Ratty, the goalie. And we're just underway, 40-minute halves. Overtime, you played to have a winner. The game that preceded this was the Girls Division 4 state championships between Arlington and Rivendell. That went through both overtimes into the shootout to the final kick of the first round of the shootout before Rivendell won it 1-0. So congratulations to both Arlington and Rivendell for an outstanding championship game. I expect today to be no different. Ratty will get his first touch, and he had pressure coming in on the left side. He'll make the scoop. There is a stiff, cold breeze blowing today, and it is against the back right now of Ratty. That was a great kick. He punts the ball very well anyways. But against Rivendell in the semifinals, Proctor's defense played that bend but don't break, and they actually got out physical in that semifinal game. And Danville presents a tough matchup. They're big, they're strong, and don't let that record and the seedings, number 10 seeds, be deceptive to you. They played a tough schedule. It's a long ride down, and I'm sure they want to make it worth every fan's while in that area to get down here. They're right on the outside edge of St. Johnsbury, just on the this side of the Northeast Kingdom. And they have a lot of speed on both sides out there. There's Gintoff with the touch. We'll bring it back. Cody Landon, a freshman, pressured but able to hold his own, get the ball, and taken away on the play by Danville, looking for the pass, coming to the top of the 18. And nice job defensively by Gintoff, I believe that was there, number 22. You can see the ball coming right down on that rush the other way. That was Judkins, number 8, who had made the nice move on the offense, a soccer move for the Danville Indians. So Danville, Proctor Division 4 Finals whistle and first foul, and a kick coming up for Danville. And actually, that's a great spot on the field to take the kick. They're approximately 20 yards or 30 yards out. Kimball will take the kick as he gets set up and can try to float it over the top, kicking into the stiff wind. Never made it to the 18. Got to the top of the circle, and that was about it. It's going to come in and the rush to the box, and see that Ratty punched the ball out of play. I believe he had exited the box and couldn't. Well, he was still in the box. It's going to be a throw, but he couldn't get a good, secure grip on the ball, so he did the next best thing, which was punch it out of play. And that lob came in just like a corner kick, and it was well defended by Proctor. Danville peeling off as they're going to have their back come up and make the kick, and that skip past Petrini, and they'll bring it wide down this side, trying to bring it all the way outside. Look at that good battle. And again, like I had mentioned, Landon, just a freshman, started the varsity season, as a starter on this squad. A lot of moves, but now going forward, and that brought the crowd to its feet on this side, and that's going to come blasting in. No, never got through. Looking to unload from the top of the 20-yard line, and it just didn't happen to get through into the box. Right now, Danville doing a good job of just keeping the pressure down this into the field on Proctor. Just underway in the championship game, 36 minutes even to go. Played 4 minutes of scoreless soccer. It's Justin Ratty, the goalie for Proctor, has had a couple touches. Well, a throw by Danville, and that's going to be Sackett, number 11. It's going to take the throw from the far side. Here it's sunny, but feels like November. Feels like the seasons have definitely changed. It's a crisp, cold day. Nothing like it was last year on November 8th, the day the Girls Division 3 Championship up at Virgins Union High School did that last year. And oh my God, it was probably in the 20s, but it was the gusting 40-mile-an-hour winds that made it bad. Today, it is a 22-mile-an-hour wind according to the Channel 15 weather chart, weather bulletin board that rolls across the screen at pegtv.com and also at Channel 15 itself. And Danville is doing a good job of keeping that Proctor offense playing defense right now. And I believe, yeah, it'll just be another throw, and it'll be number 11 coming up with a Sackett. So Sackett getting set. See him back up, and he's going to take it all the way into the box again. And give him Dobart. It's just been a rock back here. Dobart had an excellent semifinal game for Proctor, and he'll be playing the defense. Now, like I said, I'm sure they're going to have McDonald, all kinds of markers on him, but the emergence of Petrini and Carroll has helped with that offense. That's going to be Dobart spinning around, getting the kick. And well, you can just see just a very small part of the big crowd that's here. And that's going to go out of play. We'll have a throw coming up for Danville. So the Indians are called. They'll take the toss. They'll just bring Kimball, or Sackett, I'm sorry, all the way across this side. And he'll line it up, and you talk about a high arc. And Dobart just picked it out of midair and looking to get the kick up to Connell, and he wants to unleash Carroll. Carroll, like I said, really has developed into a legitimate scoring threat every time he touches the ball. He went to the open corner, and that actually was knocked down by Carroll. Gets up, races to the loose ball, can't work it under the edge of the 18. It's controlled right now by Danville. That short pass coming through, and look at that beautiful passing game right there. Gintoff with the slide in front, made the steal, got it to Carroll. To McDonald, and again, McDonald, in case you haven't followed it, he scored 100 goals and more here in his career at Proctor, and he's also accepted the responsibility going on to play for BU when he graduates and moves on next year. Like I said, he had the game-winning goal in overtime in the semifinals. Excuse me, and that's McDonald that will leap over the top of the defender. Looking to go inline, sold the ball fake, brought it around and dribbled, and then had the ball taken off his foot, and it'll come back outside. That's the touch-up right there by Judkins, and Judkins seems to be the juggernaut offensively that comes down the middle of the field and makes the dynamic moves and distributes the ball well for Danville. That will be played off from Proctor, defender. And Proctor on that back line got a lot of signs with Scarzello. Had a great semifinal game himself. I already mentioned Dobart, Gintoff, and of course Austin Howard might be the biggest of the bunch. They're trying to go over the top. Ratty will make the grab. Ball is loose, and Ratty will hold on to it as he'll have contact in the box. Mike Kinsler, one of the officials out there today, having an exchange, a verbal exchange with Ratty, and a booming kick again by Ratty will clear the midfield by almost 10 yards, and then Carroll with the settle, got underneath it like a pitching wedge, drove it over to Gintoff. He'll try to play the header off himself, and there's a nice pass off the heel. Gintoff in good position, and Gintoff, as the season progressed along, just got more and more confident and stronger physically. Now the throw coming up. Danville with the best of the play so far, even though we're scoreless, 8 minutes into the soccer game. This is a championship game. Proctor looking for their school's 16th straight, their 16th championship, not straight, but just championship. Their head coach, Kevin Ratty, played in 3 championship games for Proctor, and this will be his second time coaching a team in the championship game. When he was the coach at Mill River, they went to the championship game against Harwood, losing that game in an excellent soccer game. And here he is, first time as coach of Proctor, bringing his team to the championship game. And that's actually going to be driven into the 18, and Ratty's having a lot of touches, a lot of looks, getting a lot of chances to kick here early on. Now, I know some goalies like that, get some work. That's, again, a great kick. That's an offensive weapon as much as a defensive weapon. The goalie that can kick it 10 to 15 yards over midfield. And that's going to be a great spot. Foul is called on Danville against, as they violated on the push from behind Carroll. McDonald looking like he'll take the kick, of course. Fenby in goal. Nate Fenby, the goalie, that's junior for Danville. Might get his first test here as McDonald just zips it in, and what a great save. Going to become a corner. No, it stayed in play. Fenby on a laser being kicked by McDonald. And I'll tell you, it was a great spot on the field to take a chance to take it right into the net like that, and that's just what McDonald did. And we'll have a kick coming up, a goal kick coming up, as that was a good solid drive. Got to the edge of the circle at the midfield stripe. McDonald wants to go over the top and gently set it in. Does so right on Carroll's chest, and Connell couldn't get there, just a step late. As it will roll out of play, and we'll have Proctor with the throw. Gintoff now has got the strength. If he wants to take it inside the box, he can. They're going to switch off, though, and they're going to bring Dermot Hughes, number 6, coming in. So Hughes, number 6, coming in for Gintoff, and that's what the hold-up right now is. We have also played 10 minutes of soccer and scoreless. Justin Ratty, a lot of touches. The soccer goalie for Proctor. Proctor just missed an excellent scoring opportunity off the direct kick by McDonald. Dances along that inline, wants to bring the ball back around in front, and drives it into the defender's shin. And Hughes comes up. He'll make the trap, and he'll reset that offense. So you're keeping the ball just outside the 18. Nice job defensively with the step up, but the ball will roll off from Judkins' leg out of bounds. That'll be a throw for Proctor, and Hughes will just dump it down to the open corner to McDonald. And he will gain the kick. This is a tougher angle. You have to put some bend on the ball. You see the wind blowing in the flag in the background, blowing into the face of McDonald. He's looking far post. Might put a little too much juice on it. Headed toward the net, and just wide. I believe it was Dobart that got up there. Untouched defensively, so they'll end up in a goal kick coming up for Danville. Championship game on Munger Vision. Like to thank. They're going to re-kick that. There are substitutions coming on the field. That was number 24, Gilbert, the sweeper, that was taking the kick, but play hadn't been given the good-to-go sign from the official. Yeah, I'd like to thank Darren Carter and the whole Proctor gang here. His brother Glenn got me a good parking spot when I came in. Darren's got the stage and all set up, gave me my rosters. And you can see the difference the wind makes as that was caught up in the wind. Didn't make it to midfield. A little bit shorter field to work with, and Hughes gently to McDonald. He'll fake inside, take it outside, wants to reverse the ball, bring it back around, and off the header. It's going to lay inside the 18 to the 20, and Petrini, that's a 50-50 ball, will go to that far edge, kick, and take a favorable spin back. And it's Jacob Petrini now, number 20. Ryan Petrini is number 13. Again, you're watching the championship game from Terranowich Field in Proctor, Vermont. Oh, nice play by Carroll. Turns, fires, and saved by Fenby. Fenby's made a couple decent stops here in the last 4.5 minutes as Proctor able to get some offense established now after playing a lot of defense the first 8 minutes. It takes a good bounce for Danville back in the goalie Fenby's hands, and his punt will be, again, a low screamer. But on the bounce, it will get up to midfield. Over the top. I tell you, both teams play very similar style of soccer, and they have similar personnel. Oh, look at that nice move by Scarzello, able to get the ball centered, and Judkins. See the turf kick up behind him. Don't forget it rained for 48 hours before today. But tell you what, it's cold enough and windy enough. The field's very firm. I walked across it as Carroll went up, couldn't keep his bounce, and that's going to be Hughes on defense. And they're going to go over the top, and Dobart with the step up, and great job by Dobart. And they call a foul on Dobart. This is a little tougher spot to kick from right here. He's going to be just outside the 18, approximately 20 yards out. It's impossible to get lift on the ball, and he'll have a 4-man wall, 5-man wall to deal with. The kick will be coming up by number 11, Ian Sackett. And you don't think first goal scored are big statistic? Teams ended up high percentage of winning the games. It is. This is a big moment right here, and there's the drive, and Roddy will make the save. And a corner coming up. First corner for Danville. Ratty, that was labeled inside post, short post. And just a tremendous kick by Sackett. And he's going to serve up the corner. So Sackett on the corner following that near score. Looking far post. And that was Dobart, that big guy, able to get up in the air and head the ball away. Nice mark by Dobart again, able to get it outside the 18. Scarzello, I'm waiting for the whistle. No whistle on the play. Scarzello ran through the ball, ran through the player for Danville, and we'll have a throw coming up on the far side for the Indians, and that's going to be number 20 out there, Chamberlain. And again, each team's been able to ebb and flow back and forth offensively. And nice cleanup. That was Landon, the freshman. Calmly, composure, able to just clear it out. And this is going to come to the far side. And the ball boy for the state championship game. State championship caliber right there. That's Greg with the save. And Courier will take the throw this time. Throws a line, dry to Judkins, number 8. Carroll coming back to get the ball, and he's got a little time and space to work with. And his pass will go up to midfield, miskicked, and Connell. Yeah, he's got a lot of green jerseys in front of him, takes the bumps and ridden off the ball, and that's a good no call. Yeah. Yeah, it's soccer. It's a physical game. It's a championship game. That was just strength, beating strength right there. And you saw the kicking ability here of Sackett. They're going to make sure they're marked on. They only give them that foot open and able to launch those kicks again. As we are at 24 minutes left to play. 16 minutes gone by here in this first half of the championship game from Terranova Field. Each team's had very good scoring opportunities. And the goalies, well, they look sharp for both teams. Like I said, Justin Ratty coming off just an incredible performance in the semifinal game. That ball settled, and nice step up that time by Hughes of Proctor, and that will make the sideline. Yes, it will. And that's Landon taking the throw. Was looking for Hughes, and the ball just taken away. Now it'll go out bounds, and Landon again will take the throw. They said came in varsity season, starting as a freshman. He's a big, strong kid. He looked a lot bigger last year, but then he got around to some of these varsity players, and I realized he's got some growing to do. McDonald there was the whistle, and hard to hear. And McDonald's going to be taking a kick from, I'm going to say the 40-yard line is able to move it up a tad bit. And actually, this isn't a bad deal right here. He's going to go far post, too far maybe. Yep, cleaned up and just driven out of bounds. So Proctor able to, again, reestablish some time of possession here. As, like I said, both teams done a nice job of taking it back and forth time-wise. There's the turn. Dermot Hughes gets up, makes the inside dribble, trying to beat 3 different defenders, and you can see the green shirts down there. There's a push from behind, and that'll be a kick. That's an easy call. McDonald, again, straight on angle. He's going to have to, from the side here, he's going to have to bend it around or go far post, wait for a header. And that had a lot of juice on it. I'll tell you what, that was a line drive header. I'm trying to see who was the target coming in. Looked like Carroll, and that's who it was. He was looking for Ricky Carroll, but it was a tough ball to handle. It was a low fastball. Minute and a half away from the midway point of this first half of soccer. It's Garzello with the pop-up, and there's a settle by Danville. Landon wants to work it to the outside, and it steps out of bounds. We'll have a throw coming up for Danville. Everything was marked long. They took it short, and they'll just have the pass intercepted. This is Ricky Carroll. Skip over the flying defender, and McDonald stepping up and keeps his balance. Oh, look at that great balance by McDonald as he's able to distribute the ball center of the field. His target slipped down. It was a nice step up defensively by Danville. Number 7, Lynch, made the play. And, boy, they got some turf to work with. They're taking it on the dribble. Everybody from Proctor coming across. This Garzello will wipe him out. And that's going to be a kick coming up for Danville as he collided with Sackett. No cards are being issued. And this is a great position on the field for a kick. Going to be a direct kick coming up. As Sackett setting the ball down along with his teammate John Kimball. Low, hard, and just over the crossbar. Oh, tell you what, Danville got some guys out there that can just bury it, a heavy ball they kick. So we'll have the kick coming up by Ratty. He'll mark it himself on his near side of the box. And again, it is windy. Right now the wind is in Proctor's favor. Boy, I can tell you what, he got some tremendous help from the wind there. He's a good kicker anyways, but Judkins, Landon wants to take the inside position. He bought the fake, that opened up the inline. Judkins going to loft it up, and Ratty will make the grab. I'll tell you what, I watched Ratty in warm-ups, and he was already in game face overtime type mode intensity-wise, and he is sharp out there in his first half, which is just a tad bit below the midway point now. Danville has more than held their own against Proctor. Oh, this is a bad spot. Ratty got up, punched the ball out, recovered, got back into position. There was no shot coming in after the rebound, but a great play by Ratty. Carroll at midfield, looking for some space to move, and then got the ball to McDonald. He'll give it the open corner to Hughes, and it'll be out of play. Good effort by Hughes, but definitely out of play. We'll have a throw coming up for the Indians. And I believe they're waiting for substitutions. Yes, that is it. And I meant to ask Mike Kinsler, the official, how many championship games this makes him now as officiating. Like I said, Coach Ratty, this is the second game he has coached a team into the championship round. He did it with Mill River a couple years ago. Well, a little more than a couple years ago. But he also played in 3 championship games when he was a player at Proctor. I have to let my hand warm up. Yeah, it's overcast, and what they're talking about, some snow flurries today. Look at the speed as they try to take it around Scarzello. He never gave up the inline. He'll step inside. Great defense. Should be no whistle on that. That's great defense. You see Petrini, Jacob Petrini right there, didn't budge an inch, and I'm waiting for the throw. It will be taking place by Danville right in front of their bench area. I already got the makings of a remarkably memorable championship game, but I'll tell you, that game before this, I got here just near the end of regulation and was able to watch Arlington and Rivendell go through both overtime periods and to the shootout. And both teams tell you, well represented. Up, and Ratty will just grab it. Yeah, that actually got partially deflected on the way in, and Ratty able to make one of the easier grabs now. Last year, Proctor knocked off by eventual champions Black River in the semifinals here at T&T Field, and I'll tell you, I left a bitter taste in Black River, or in Proctor's mouth. But again, they were a team that was expected to play in the title game last year, and this year they just stayed focused and got the job done. Came in with a good record. Horn sounded, they're going to bring it back as McDermott. Not McDermott, just Dermott Hughes. We'll have to wait till the official tells them it's all right to go, as again they're bringing in substitutions. It looks like Connell coming in for Jacob Petrini. They'll send the ball to Chris Klain. Klain has really come on strong this year. He's gotten very comfortable as the season's gone along with the varsity game, and not the biggest guy on the field, but certainly one of the toughest guys on the field. I think I've learned that from watching him play this year. That was Howard with the kick. It really went to no man's land out there. And they're looking to go over the top, and that's going to be tough to do for both teams. As Dobart will let the ball roll into Ratty, and he'll make the grab. Dobart, to me, is one of the keys for Proctor. I mean, he's one of their aces in the hole type players. Again, he does his job so well on the back line. By the end of the game, you're just really impressed with the way that he covered the field left to right and took charge up and down, and he's so strong defensively. Scarzello with a BB over the top was looking for Klain, and he'll skip out of bounds. We'll have Danville take the throw with 15:39 to go in the first half. No score in this championship game, brought to you by Munger Vision on Peg TV. You can also go to pegtv.com or watch it on Channel 15. And again, Scarzello didn't really settle it. Then he get a good kick, and that stayed down inside the 40-yard line. Then the step up in the clear by Howard, number 21, I believe it was, yes. Again, no real pressure on the kick, but again, McDonald always in the area is trying to drive the ball through to Carroll. And Carroll just had a phenomenal season. I mean, he was good in the beginning, but he just got better as the season went along. Got to the point where he was as equal a threat and a go-to guy to score. I was on the road, did the Otter Valley Proctor at Otter Valley game that that Proctor won in overtime, and Carroll was just outstanding in that ball game. Landon got on top of it, didn't get a great kick on it. It's short in the field, and that's going to roll toward the end line. It's going to dive before it gets there. Ratty will be in the box with the hands to make the save, and he'll take the punt now. And that high punt of a ball. Now, if the weather pattern stays true, Proctor will be fighting the wind in the second half. But the wind, like everything, is extremely unpredictable. And Proctor settling it down. They haven't had as much time in the scoring into the field. Proctor hasn't. They haven't had as many chances, but they've played very well on their defensive third, and also they've seen their goalie, their senior goalie, Justin Ratty, just really looks to be right on, spot on, as they say. See the corner coming up, Klein going over, and he'll set the ball right in front of that phantom side. Get on their home turf for the championship game. Very rare does that happen in the state of Vermont. And he really didn't get the kick he wanted, didn't get on top of it. McDonald turns, fires, and that never got to the goalie. He was cleaned up in front. Ball's going to stay down in the sin. It's going to roll to the 30. Dobart way up the field is going to get there, take his time. Look at this. Yeah, and that's going to be blocked on the boot. Dobart. Judkins will get back to it, number 8. His pass across just did miss. Ricky Carroll of Proctor, now over the top will go Danville. Couple headers, and Proctor's let some penetration get inside the 18. They've had some shots going on Ratty. Each team's had a corner, and this is McDonald. He's had a couple decent kicks in the game. And that's going to roll to the far corner, and Connell can't get there in time, and it will become a goal kick is the call. Proctor fans on that end of the field seem to think it should have been a corner kick, but I got to be honest with you. I thought he definitely touched it in bounds, and his momentum carried him forward out of play, which would become a goal kick. McDonald lays it up. There's the push forward, and the ball's going to come in, and Fenby will come out, and that's an easy one for Fenby. It actually might have been directed on him by his own teammate. Oh, they got a man on the wing. Danville into the box. Look at this coming up, and tell you what, nice play defensively. It was either Landon or Howard that came back on the late mark, but they certainly got the push of the shot softened for that defensive play of getting in front of that shooter. Klein went up and just didn't have the height to go get the ball. 11:26 to go in the first half, and you can feel the goal coming, but you don't know for which side here. And Howard, in any event, I don't believe anybody here thinks this is going to be a high-scoring game because, I mean, basically soccer isn't high-scoring to begin with. Danville was able to work the ball up and out of play, and then Scarzello stepped up and kicked it out through the inline. That'll be a corner coming up for Danville. Oh, I didn't bring any gloves today, man. It is some cold on my hands. Soft serve, headed, and stays in play. Ratty able to work his way through a crowd of people, make the grab, and we've got some players down for both sides. Inside the 18, there was a collision, and people staying down. One of them I can recognize is Dobart down, and that would be a tremendous loss, and hopefully he's going to be able to get up. Same for the Danville player. But we'll go to fade and see what happens as they get some help out onto the field. Dobart able to get up and walk off under his own power. But they looked like they were looking at his ear or his jawline, so I don't know if he's got a cut there or whatever, but he's being attended to on the sideline right now. I'm looking to see who took his spot. I see Howard Garzello on that back line and Gintoff back there also, along with Landon, of course. Besides obviously missing Dobart defensively on these corner kicks, he is one of the big targets for the header ball, and he's not saying he won't be back in. It's 10 minutes to go in the first half. I'm not saying he won't be back in before the end of this first half, but again, Proctor looking for their 16th state championship. That puts them in some pretty elite company, let me tell you that. And you take a little town like Proctor and you look at all their basketball success, basketball championships, and then the soccer, and it's a phenomenal small school that just churns out quality coaches, quality athletes, and have a phenomenal tradition of winning. Big tradition, obviously, in soccer. So get the throw going. It's going to be number 11 taking the toss. That's Ian Sackett. So Sackett is Dobart still on the bench. I believe that's Leanne Kitchen, that's the trainer who used to play basketball for Castleton State College. That's now a trainer, and she's looking at him. I don't want to use that big C word, concussion, but he, again, they were looking at his head area. And on a deep lob, McDonald able to head the ball partially out of the, no, they got it totally out of the box, but not out of the offensive end. As Garzello will charge the ball and then just kick it out. No support on it. Right now, Proctor content right now to bend but not break defensively. They're not really stepping up and attacking, looking for any offense. There's Ricky Carroll coming back, and McDonald will call him off after Carroll made the steal. And it'll be McDonald's pass laid up on this side for Hughes. And it's going to be a little bit too long, and that'll give Danville a chance to recover, make the soccer move, get out in the open turf, and there's the link up. Now they want to bring it back to the middle. On the attempted trap, the ball went underneath the foot of the intended target, and it's Garzello on the rush down the field. Had the ball taken off his foot, and there's the drive, and then the header coming back out by Howard. As Klein went up and got it, lost his balance, hit the turf. Staying on the run. Danville with a lot of momentum right here in this portion of the first half, but also some confident-looking players out there as McDonald on the dribble will finally plant and send, and he'll just drive it back to the top of the 30-yard line. And Ryan Petrini went up and got it. McDonald settled the ball, spun to his left. That was the outside hip, and kicked the ball out of bounds. 7:27 to go in the first half. We are scoreless in this Division IV championship game, brought to you by Munger Vision and Peg TV. Again, Landon able to get there and take away that direct lane into the goalie. Kick coming up, and Ratty will make the save. Oh, you read it? He elevated, he held onto it, and he got it. Oh, I know he's one dedicated goalie out there. He works hard all season long with summer soccer leagues and camps. And tell you what, I'm sure Ratty has made more saves than he would have wanted to already here in this first half, as his team just having a little problem finding consistent offense. Very reminiscent of the first half of the semifinal game. As Carroll had the ball, got it back inside. Nice move by Hughes. Hughes with the double move, got the bump, went to the inline, had the door shut, and that ball's going to stay in the field for a throw. Didn't go through the inline for a kick. Went side out, and that's where the throw is going to take place. There's Chris Klein on the spin. I think he was out of bounds. Yes, he was. That means goal kick coming up for Danville. And they're going to mark the ball. It'll be 24 Gilbert. They'll take the kick, of course. And again, he's going to have the wind at his back in the second half as They'll look for McDonald, and his pass to the corner, to the side, too far. Was looking for Carroll, and just too much juice on the ball. And we'll have a throw now by Danville as number 13 coming up to take the throw. It'll be Southworth. Gintoff swiveled around, got a knee on it. McDonald went back, had a touch, couldn't control it. And here comes Danville on the counter charge, bringing it down the field to the edge of the circle. We'll drive it up the middle, and there's a step up in the settle. Now the loft, as we're looking for someone to run underneath it. Dobart's still not in the ball game. As looks like he's on the sideline at the scores table where he would be checking back into the contest with 5:08 to go in the first half. Clean with the touch. He'll just bring it wide again, one extra step. He's trying to open up that lane to get the kickoff, and they just can't settle it down. Scarzello got a piece of it twice. The trap, oh, nice job, lost his balance. And then got breaking out of the pack with that was Sackett, number 11. Boy, Danville with some nice ball handlers, and Ratty again right there on the spot will make the save. A lot of skilled players out there for Danville, though. High kick, and Carroll couldn't control it, didn't really get up and get on it. The ball ricocheted off. Klein ran to the far side. And before he got there, it was cleared back up and over the top, and actually on the ground, but was cleared over to the midfield offensive side of the center circle. And oh, look at the play by Hughes, Dermot Hughes. Now Carroll wanted to bring that ball back around the inside, and he worked hard enough to get a throw coming up. And Carroll's going to take the throw himself. He got the ball around Lynch, the defender there for Danville. And you can just see the crowd, the whole field, just encased in bodies, cars everywhere. I know at halftime I'm going to the car and sitting at the froster, the heater. That's going to come right back out to Carroll. But he had a lot of time to work with, just couldn't get the ball down quick enough. And they were looking for McDonald, and he made the attempt on the steal. Got a piece of it, but not enough to slow it down where he could get to it or a teammate could get to it. That's over the top. Ryan Petrini has been quiet here so far in this first half with a rush going across the field. We'll leave the ball on that side for Jacob Petrini. He just got to dribble too far forward, and Danville in transition can't make it happen, as it's going to be Scarzello coming up. And with just 3:10 to go, Scarzello's pass was looking for Jacob Petrini, and now they'll just reverse fields. A lot of white jerseys back defensively right now. Landon stepped into it and popped it up to midfield. And boy, I tell you, I'm not sure if that was going to become a pass or he just played it off his hip. O'Connell from Carroll, and Connell with the bump. That's good hard soccer. Yeah, they're going to call Connell on the hold. A good call. You could clearly see it on my angle. And Gilbert getting set. Mike Kinsler with the call. An excellent call. Well, I tell you, Gilbert's got a real decent kicking style. Headed toward the net, actually wide, and then Ratty will race to it, and pressure being applied there by number 1, Courier. Ratty with a low line drive kick, and the field shortened nicely by Danville. Gintoff got there, and his kick will go off the side of his foot. Might have been looking on that far side for Jacob Petrini, and then just didn't get there as a lot of green jersey stepped in front of it. See the time to go backwards now to go forwards, and that will find just enough of an opening in that defense, and that'll be out of play toward Route 3. Well, you know, if we end scoreless in the first half with 1:44 to go, Proctor again really relying on Justin Ratty. And that got changed around, and Ratty made the save, but it'll become a corner. They're going to send Sackett or number 11. 1:16 to go, and a great chance to go on at the halftime with the lead for Danville. Softly sent up, that's in a great spot. Lays on the turf and wide. McDonald headed it down, stayed inside. Yeah, that kick, miskicked with the left foot. They'll go toward the inline, and it's going to stay down, and Ratty will get it. That whole sequence made Proctor fans uncomfortable, and Ratty just tracked the ball, never really got out of position, made the grab, and 37 seconds to go in the first half. You can see right now that there's no white jersey till now when Hughes gets there in the picture, and it's going to be Proctor with the throw, and plenty of time with 23 seconds to go to get an offensive try here, to get a attempt on a goal. And I'm waiting to see the call. They say corner, and they've got to let the corner go before time expires. 10 seconds to go, 9 seconds, 8, kick, over, and well defended. Nice step up, well defended. And it's looking more and more like we're going to go to the half scoreless. And that is the half, and it's been a good half for Danville. Proctor and Danville scoreless in the championship game in Division 4 soccer on Munger Vision. We're in the second half. They switched into the field. I'm looking for Dobart. I saw him. Yeah, he is okay. I saw him talking to the trainer on the far side. About 4 minutes left on the clock during the intermission. And he looked to be pleading his case, and he is out there. And what a difference it would be without him in the ball game. And just the 5 or 6 minutes that he was out toward the end of the first half, you could see that the strength of the back line, just the dynamics changed on it. Danville, I got to tell you, I think they had the edge in keeping the ball down inside their offensive end, time-wise, territorially-wise. Yeah, and they're going to have a foul called as Gintoff had his feet taken out. He had to have a spot to land, and that's what the foul will be called. And Dobart will set the ball up, and Ratty will take the kick. 50-50 balls, I got to give an edge, just a slight edge to Danville. Ratty was awesome. The goalie for Proctor, he did an outstanding job. But Proctor, again, in a scoreless game here, number 10 seed Danville, playing a lot of tough schedule. And Proctor, well, again, they come out and they just had an excellent season, strong season, got the number 1 seed. Their only loss coming to Bellows Falls, down in Bellows Falls. And that goal kick off the left foot was shortened by McDonald. Come across Gintoff with a header, and it didn't really travel where he wanted it to. It was a short kick. Gintoff with the block of the exit kick, and here comes transition going back up the field as Danville in those dark green uniforms and Proctor in their home whites at Taranovich Field. And you're watching Munger Vision, and you can also watch sports from Munger Vision on paytv.com. Click video on demand, as well as just turning on good old-fashioned Channel 15. Proctor looking for their 16th state championship in school history. And Dobart, that's a great clear. That's an offensive clear. Yeah, I got the ball off his defensive end, but it's like a long pass to spring your speedy receivers down the field. And Dobart looks fine out there right now, so we'll see if the injury does play any part. On a day that's pretty raw outside, the wind is favoring Danville here in this half. As Connell went to make the move, and he lost the ball off his foot out of bounds. We'll have a throw coming up for Danville as it's 3 minutes gone by here in this second half of play. Nothing really, I don't think, strategically that was a major flaw on either side as far as making a correction. At this point, too, you've got experienced players on the field. They're used to the setting now in the big title game. They're well coached. And it's just going to be a little thing that will probably be the difference in the game. They look pretty well matched up. Coming in for the kick, they step up. Nice job. That was Howard that stepped up, along with Dobart. There's penetration in the 18, and that'll come up and over the top and sack it number 11. Let the ball go as they'll get to the outside. Judkins, I'm looking for him. Do I see him out there? Yes, he is out there. He was pretty much an offensive dynamo, Judkins was, in the opening 10 minutes of play. And then they kind of took care of the defensive assignment on him as Ratty will watch the ball come on in, and he'll make the catch. So Justin Ratty, who during the playoff run has looked extremely confident.
Here we go, Green.
And Proctor last year losing in the semifinals to Black River getting all the way into the championship now. And that ricocheted off from Ricky Carroll and played itself back into the 18, and then it was cleared up to Sackett. And there's the step across. There's Ryan Petrini in the middle of the field right there with the touch. He's going to go backwards to go forward as that went to Howard. He made a quick kick, and it actually went out from the back side of Scarzello. As Judkins racing to the far side will beat Jacob Petrini to the soccer ball. Brings the move to the inside. The camera shaking is from a couple different things. Oh, it opens up the inline. Shot, tipped, and over the top. Goal, corner kick coming up. Close. I was going to say goal kick because I knew it wasn't a goal, but it'll be a corner kick coming up for Danville, and it'll be struck by number 11, Ian Sackett. Proctor, you got a feeling, and I don't want to say playing, as Ratty got up, and Ratty gonna get there and make the save. Right now, Proctor, I don't want to say playing back on their heels, but certainly not dominating the game. They're actually in quite a struggle right now. Danville playing extremely well at this point. And McDonald just lined the kick up through, and it was beyond the reach, and McDonald trying to bring it up, and there's a reversal of the field. Judkins with the settle, went up and got it, had a little time to set it down. Then Ryan Petrini came up defensively. They lay it out on his side and stays in bounds. Nice job. See if he'll take it around the end line. Nope. Gets it in the up, and but you can hear the reaction around me. I love that atmosphere. Oh, the camera shaking is be trembling from being cold, but also from the wind blowing. But then also from the people leaning on the staging down below me. And a goal coming up with 34 minutes to go in regulation, looking for a champion here in the Division IV boys soccer field. Came back to Howard because everything was marked long, and that'll go out of play. Danville trying to tempo up here. As Gintoff comes out to make the stand defensively, and the ball going back the open corner too far. Was looking to return the pass to Chamberlain, Matt Chamberlain, and the ball just eluded him. It was a tad bit too long, and Howard will take the throw himself, number 21, and he'll go again short as McDonald with a long kick and all the way down to the sweeper, number 24, Gilbert. Gilbert, as they trade long kicks back and forth right now, Dobart to McDonald. To Gintoff. Was able to bring the ball to the inside of the 18 through the inline and picked up by Fenby, and Fenby will easily scoop it up without any pressure on him. Offensively, I just have the feeling that this Proctor's not in sync and not very confident, and they're actually content right now to take the punches and lay back and bend but not break. But it can change fast. As Danville, I have a feeling they have the momentum here in the second half of play. We've played 8 minutes of soccer in the second half, and it's still scoreless. Danville over the top, and Ratty with a good look will make the grab. Dobart was back there also, kind of patrolling around in case there had been a rebound. Ratty into the wind with the kick, a little bit short of this time. Didn't clear midfield as Sackett will settle it down. That was Landon with the step up, and then the kick by Landon will clear the circle, rolls past Connell, and then just kind of the first time all day I've seen a kick without a purpose. They just dumped it back over the top, and Howard, Gintoff racing toward it, and we'll go to play. You can hear the horn in the background. They're going to wait for substitutions. John Kimball, 21, will take the throw. Yeah, Danville, in case you don't know the geographics, up near St. Johnsbury, right on this downside edge of the Northeast Kingdom. And right now, Danville also this half definitely, don't need a statistician there, winning those 50-50 balls. Again, when Proctor doesn't dominate a game, it is because they are out physically played by the other team. I don't mean out hustled like that. I mean just not as physical. And McDonald will shake hands. Nice gesture there. It was an inadvertent contact, but it'll result in a kick coming up for Danville. It'll be number 6, Raposa, marking the ball. Gilbert will take the kick. Boy, again, that's a great kick Raposa has. The header not directed on to that, as that's going to be Dobart in the corner, and he'll kick it out on the side, so it'll become a throw instead of a corner kick. Great toss into the box. And you kind of get the sense Proctor scrambling around a little bit defensively. And Danville, again, they've played a lot of this soccer, this half down this end of the field. They brought it in and around and then cleared. Dobart with the clear, and nobody back except Danville players, and then Connell just coming in the picture. And Ratty makes the grab. And that's going to nosedive into the wind. That's a short kick. A lot of difference this half with the win for Proctor. Danville to the open corner. And they want to bring it across, and it's on the inside of the net behind the goalie, and that's going to happen with 29 minutes left to go in the second half of play. So 11 minutes gone by here in the second half, 51 minutes overall. And that Proctor offensive attack missing here in the second half. Ratty trying to keep the ball low out of the wind up high, and getting able to get at the edge of the circle, but no further. And Danville with some potent kickers. And that's going to be Hughes, and going to be last touch by Hughes. As Raposa coming down, number 6 will take the toss. McDonald right in the way, able to step up, make the steal. And McDonald. Again, was looking far side. I believe Klein was his target, and then it went off from Jacob Petrini, and it's going to be a race to the sideline, won by Danville. Again, Kevin Ratty bringing his Mill River squad to the championship games against Hardwood. I want to say that was 4 years ago, possibly 3, but I think it was 4. And now his first time bringing a Proctor team to the championship round. But again, Danville very composed, very nice attack. They layer those passes. They mix up the over-the-top long-distance passes with those short triangular passes. And Howard saved it, and running by the ball. Oh, nice play by Hughes as he was able to stay with it. Hughes got driven into the turf. Doesn't want to accept any type of apology from the Danville player, as Proctor got it down near the 18, not in the 18. Jacob Petrini ran by the ball. We are at 27 minutes, 35 seconds to go in regulation. No score in the championship game. McDonald looking for the knockdown, couldn't come up with it. McDonald in the first half had a couple decent shots. Fenby, the goalie for Danville, was in good position on both shots, but right now, for Proctor, the real story is, again, Justin Ratty being called upon a lot today, and he's making some excellent saves, the goalie for Proctor. Like I said, it's got a lot of the feel, the second half especially, of the Rivendell game. Where Rivendell really controlled play, had outplayed Proctor for most of the game, but then lost it in overtime. And again, Justin Ratty played an incredible game. That was a behind-the-back pass coming in, and Ratty will get it as he comes out, and short-handedly will make the grab. I think that was number 10, Remick. That was Remick coming in, trying to seal the deal and put Danville up. Tell you, got the feeling too that one goal will win the game, as McDonald. Yeah, he's called for the violation there. It's going to be a kick coming up, and Again, this is about 35 yards out, and it's in a great spot to take it right in to the net. This is Kimball with the kick. Trying to loft it up to a teammate to run underneath it. And Dobart, big body, got there and didn't allow it to go through. Scarzello blocked that kick coming through. Then the charge up by Petrini will get it off to Carroll. Carroll, again, Carroll, Petrini, and McDonald started the game off the first 8 minutes. It was Proctor all the way. I mean, they were dominating. Now they've been very quiet, those three. That's going to go across the goalie box, and as Danville looking for the upset of number 1 seeded Proctor. Not only were they looking for the upset, but beat them on their home turf. Very seldom throw coming up do you see a number 1 seed play the championship game on their home turf. It's usually they try to get a neutral field. Now, I'm not complaining about it. I'm saying it's got to be an advantage to play on your home field in the title game. Scarzello able to head the ball out, not as far as he would have liked to, and that's going to go through the inline as it came out from the foot of Dan Raposa. And Ratty will march to the far side where he'll get set to take the kick. 25 minutes left in regulation. 55 minutes of soccer played scorelessly here in front of a jam-packed Taranovich field. I never did get to the Jeep and get to sit down and run the defroster heater at halftime. Got talking to one of my old supervisor bosses, telling him actually something I never thought I would tell him, how much I missed him and how much better a job he did than the current boss that I have. And by the time I got done complaining, it was time to play soccer again, so I never did go get the heater going. Judkins played by McDonald, and McDonald did a good job defensively. They were looking to send Hughes, and then a step up defensively didn't allow that to happen. Got a zoom on the camera, just reacting slow because it is cold. It's Raposa. Howard knows there's traffic coming behind him in Judkins, and Judkins will back up now, and he's very skilled in dribbling the ball. This time he'll just lay it off to that far side. He wants to turn the corner on the inline. Steps back inside Scarzello and lofts it. Ratty will tip it forward, and Ratty will pick it up. I'll tell you what, that's just made to look too easy. Ratty did a heck of a job right there. Seeing the ball, reading the ball, knowing what was coming from his left side, and then knocking the ball forward and chasing it down. That's Dermot Hughes. That's going to be outplayed, yeah. Now they're going to have the subs come in now for Danville as they wait for Raposa waits for the subs to finish off. Klein coming out and Connell coming back in for Proctor with 23 minutes to go in regulation. I don't have the feeling of overtime, though. I have a feeling of a one-goal win or a one-goal game. That pass coming back, and they'll go all the way across the field with it. They were looking to get it to Courier. And that's Petrini, Jacob Petrini, that raced over, made the play, and he'll take the throw. Connell. Boy, playing good defense right there, and he was being physical enough, but no whistle on the play. And that ball will come all the way back up through. And that will be the foul called. As Ryan Petrini will hit the deck and the kick will come up. It'll be Dobart that will drive it. Now Dobart, this time over here, he's kicking into the wind now. Actually, no, they're going to give way to Scarzello. Well, Scarzello, regardless, will still be kicking into the wind. Actually, for the wind conditions, that was a great kick. That was Carroll that came back and overran the play. McDonald with the ball. He hasn't had a lot of turf to work with here in this second half of play. And now be dumped back out to Dobart, who awaits the ball, and he wants to lay it out this side for Howard. Howard coming up the field. That battery flashing low light. And then again, nice through ball. Hughes never got the shot off, got blocked off. Look at the green jerseys surrounded Hughes over there. And it should be a white throw. Yeah, I got my hand warm up and I can't hold the camera. And substitutions coming in. That's what Landon's waiting for, and Landon will get set. And I think, well, it did stay in play. Everybody laid off the ball. I think they were waiting for a whistle that didn't happen. And again, nice step up defensively. McDonald with that slide. With the ball coming down the field now for Danville. Danville. Oh, nice defense. Who was that? Scarzella didn't buy any of those fakes. And a white throw. Now what I'm going to have to do here very shortly is take a fade down and change my battery. I'm going to try to go another minute or so with it. Carroll knocked it down and went off from Carroll. I'll play this from Raposa. Overthrew his, actually his guy his passer who wasn't looking, Connell. Brought it down on the inside trap on the fly, sends the ball across the field, and boy, nice mark. That was Courier with the nice mark. It was a great pass by Connell. That comes in, Dobart got the wrong position, shot, and just missed. Whoa. Corner coming up for Danville. And they have certainly controlled play here in the second half against Proctor. So Danville taking the corner with 19 minutes to go in regulation. Oh, that's looking sweet. That's around, round, and rolls to the side. I'll have a white throw. Okay, I got fade down and change batteries. Yes, there's two good saves by Justin Ratty on a battery change. The Danville squad, again, just relentless pressure as Proctor cannot get the ball through the middle of the field. And they can't get the ball down offensively to set up shot. That was a throw by Howard to Hughes. Hughes with the reverse dribble and got tripped up. Yep. Hits the ground hard, but he's going to stay in the ball game. Carroll makes sure he's okay. Scarzello coming over to take the kick. And Proctor trying to find a little turf to work with here. 17 minutes left in regulation. You're looking down at Scarzello. And again, nice step up. I believe that was Kimball, number 21 it was. That made the good step up. Brian Petrini over the top, and no, again, they can't get penetration in. This is Carroll settling it, making the move wide, had the ball taken off his foot, looking for a backup offensively. Nobody was there to support him. And Petrini in the middle of the field trying to force the ball to the outside does. Landon, number 8, getting over there for Proctor. Proctor in a dogfight today with Danville, and the winner will have the Division IV championship crown. Proctor, if they win it, would be the 16th in school's history. And that's, again, nice job by Proctor. A lot of people in white jerseys and pass lanes right now. Howard with the toe, the touch, and nothing more than that. They bring the shot wide and never got in. It should be a throw coming up. Yeah, and it will be a throw coming up, taken by Sackett. And again, they're in a good position. They've kept the ball down this end of the field 80% of the second half. He did take it to the box. Dobart will step up, head it out, and will be a throw. Yeah, the indication's a throw. Did not go through the inline, so it's definitely a throw. McDonald, nope. Went to make the play. Judkins, so it's a bad spot. Boy, that was in a bad spot for Proctor, but they were able to dodge that bullet. Hughes to Rapazzo, and again, just they're controlling the middle of the field. Danville on the charge here. Carroll will come to a slide, and actually looks like he got hurt on the slide tackle, getting up very slowly and coming to get back into play. His cleat appeared to have gotten stuck in the turf. Dobart slip down, and Ratty will come out and make the save with bodies flying all around him. Ratty's in a zone right now. He'll roll it up to Landon. He'll take a few dribbles, and now he'll step into it. Just about midfield, and then you can see in the background, less than 15 minutes to go. And that regulation word comes up. And Scarzello, nope. There'll be a throw coming up. No, it'll be a corner coming up for Danville. And Danville with all the momentum and pressure here in the second half. Tell you what, it never fails in the playoffs. These lower seeds get up here, and Ratty will make a great save on that corner kick that had enough bend on it to take it right into the goal area. Got to remember, for a lot of these players on both sides of the field, they're seniors. They'll might not be playing in soccer in college. This could be their final soccer game. Definitely could be the last time they play in a championship soccer game with this magnitude, a state championship level type of game. And Landon whistled against Judkins, and a kick coming up for Danville as they sort things out. And are they going to issue no card, but they're going to talk to McDonald after the fact. He kicked the ball from the spot is what he did. Now, in basketball, that'd be like a delay of game type penalty. This, again, with the wind at their back, this is a perfect opportunity to get the goal, first goal. And wide and out, and goal kick. As a wind kicking up more here in the second half of play. I'm just trying to find Ratty. There he is. I know I can miss him with the bright red shirt on. That ball off of McDonald's head. And again, you can just feel Danville collapsing down the field. Smaller, smaller, smaller on Proctor. Carroll able to skip over the defender's legs. Brought it right into a crowd to Connell. He'll get the pass on that side. Offside called. They had Jacob Petrini on the wing, and he was offside by 2 strides. Slow catching up to the action because I was trying to warm my hands up. Oh, here comes a rush down the field. On the wing, a shot open, and goal! Danville with the goal! It was Judkins. It was Judkins with the goal on a counter action, that counter rush down the field that happened with 12:10 to go. And Proctor finding themselves down by a goal with 12:10 left on their home field in the championship game. And you could just feel that coming more and more because momentum definitely on Danville's side. And it was a beautiful pass on the left side to Judkins, who didn't bury it with force, but had enough on the ball and just the right touch to get it past Ratty. 11:50 left in the soccer game. 1-0 Danville. And Dobart with plenty of time to make the touch and the send. And that will stay in play. Tell you, Danville, you could feel it toward the middle of the first half. They really found their game. And then definitely at the start of the second half, Danville has come out and just outworked, outplayed, and outpressured Proctor. There's only so many shots as Carroll will draw the whistle, and the kick coming up by Scarzello. 11 minutes to go in the soccer game. 1-0 Danville in the title game. And Scarzello's kick will hang in the wind. McDonald wanted to head it back, and Howard coming up the field. As Ken Landon has dropped the ball down in that open corner. It almost looked like the player for Danville there reached down to use his hand to pick the ball up, and then at the last second realized you can't do that. 10.5 minutes to go in the soccer game. Dobart with the booming kick. Then it caught up in the wind. And Carroll called for the shield there with the body, hooked him a little bit. Danville will kick from midfield. So the Phantoms, number 1 seed, down to the number 10 seed, Danville Indians. Look at this. Again, they've got the field opened up, and not sure why they wanted to go on the right side. The left side, they had 2 players coming in open. They've overloaded one side, unless it's just a miss kick. On a freezing cold day in November. That toss by Kimball out deep into the box and being played by Ratty as was over the top of Dobart defensively. Then Ratty with the big kick. Under 10 minutes to go now. McDonald looking for any type of space to come up the field with. McDonald that's Carroll on the back check, and then Howard over the top. And again, there's just so many people back. I'm trying to see if it's a diamond they're playing. Do I have a feeling 1 goal will win it? Absolutely.
Time, guys, time!
That's Hughes. And then a step up by Howard. Well, I wish the sun would come out. That's all I got to say. Judkins. That's a loose ball, and got a whistle, and got a hold called on Judkins. Proctor down to 8:21 to go in there. Well, for everybody's season, but in their aspirations of a championship game, a championship title. And that hasn't been a fluky thing. Danville has controlled from the middle of the first half all the way through the second half. They've dictated play. And they'll start the throw, and they'll bring it to this side, and that's headed down. Dobart with a low line drive header. Goes out of play. Well, a throw by Danville. 7:44 to go in the soccer game. Again, he's taking it all the way in. Dobart, nice job of being strong contesting that. And yeah, Ryan Petrini and Ricky Carroll and Keegan McDonald all been marked well here in this ball game. They've had a lot of trouble finding open turf since about the 8-minute played mark in the first half, and then Danville kind of really found themselves. Dobart will step it up. 7 minutes even to go in the soccer game. And Hughes will get up, and Proctor with the kick, and they're going to send Scarzello over, or is Dobart calling him off? Scarzello will take the kick. Looking to get McDonald unleashed, and McDonald. Yeah, it's going to be a throw. They look for the ball. Time ticking down on Proctor, nearing the 6-minute to play mark. McDonald backing up as far as he can, will take the throw. Excellent throw into the box. No support on the ball, no shot generated. There's the clear. Dobart, a lot of time. Can't punch it through to McDonald. Too much of a wall built. Howard to McDonald, turns. Boy, and they just collapsed 4 jerseys or green jerseys around him. Petrini never got the kick through. Blocked by Judkins up top. Scarzello might have been looking for Connell, but the pass was high and the ball just spit back out. Missed kick by Landon, straight up in the air. And that'll be out of play. 5.5 minutes away to the championship title for Danville. So the Danville Indians and Proctor went to the halftime scoreless, and then Danville scoring just about 4 minutes ago. Well, you can feel that sense of urgency on Proctor's side here of needing the ball and stuff to score, but you can also just feel the momentum still with Danville. As Connell went up, couldn't control it, went over to get it, and the ball pushed through past Ryan Petrini. He's going to roll back to Landon. His kick will be into the sideline. 4:47 to go in the soccer game. And it'll be knocked down by Scarzello, and then the kick back up and to Ratty. Ratty played an outstanding tournament. You can see Hughes coming to the side along with Petrini, and out of play, and throw coming up by Raposa. Danville has just got this demeanor about them that they've got it all under control right now. 4 minutes to go in the championship soccer game on Munger Vision. Petrini with the step up, and there is the long kick laid out, no good, into the Danville bench, and Danville now under 4 minutes to go will take the throw. Again, Proctor's offense been penned up most of this soccer game. Definitely in the second half. There's really not been any offense to speak of for Proctor at all. And it's still time though. As Howard wanted the ball and Hughes with the throw. And yeah, I got Klein coming in, so they're gonna they held up play to bring in Klein. The substitution came in for Howard. So they gave up some size on the back line to get some more speed on the front line. Not quite the equivalent of pulling your goalie in ice hockey, but they did put a little more offense on the field. Scarzello. I'll tell you who's been impressive. That number 20, Chamberlain, for Danville. And they're 240 away from winning this whole thing this year at the number 10 seed. Coach Ratty trying to avoid a 2-0 record in championship games as a coach. They've got 2:26 to do something about it. Again, all it takes is just one rush down the field. They're down just to one goal. And Danville at the point now where they should start taking their time on these throw-ins and on their kicks. Take as much time off the clock before they put the ball into play as they can. You see the referee standing right next to him right there telling them, let's get it going. Missed kick by Landon and then fired back up. Connell just a step late. Pass was a little wide. They'll go over the top, and this is number 11, Sackett. Looking for an insurance goal, and then Dobart with the step up. Dobart using that big body of his to muscle the ball away. Got tripped up, and they'll have the kick. They get the play going right away. They're trying to save time, Proctor, as they're down to 1:35 to go. Yeah. And Hughes asking for the throw will bring the ball back to Carroll, and he'll settle it down. 1:23 to go as they'll hit Petrini, and Ryan Petrini between circles will go over the top. Looking for Jacob Petrini. He was held up. No whistle on the play. Ball popped up. 1:13 to go. Danville up by one. Proctor in full urgency mode right now. And again, Danville with the throw. Down to a minute to go in the ball game. You can hear the Danville crowd around me anticipating. Oh, and Klein reached up with his hand and tried to knock the ball down. There'll be a kick coming up And the worst part of that whole thing is they'll be able to take close to 15 seconds off the clock when they're done. That's a great kick. Ratty with the grab, and 34 seconds away. There's a time for one more rush as Ratty dribbled the ball up. 28 seconds. And that's the dump out. Still time for Proctor. Petrini had it, lost it. That ball ricocheting around 14 seconds, 13 seconds. Push called and a kick coming up. They've got time. Ratty's up the field like an extra attacker. 6 seconds, 5 seconds. Over the top and sails wide, and that's going to be the soccer game. Danville has upset Proctor 1-0. You can see the Proctor players on the field, but it's the Danville Indians, the number 10 seed, with the 1-0 win over Proctor on Proctor's home turf. And you can see the crowd erupting. Oh, what a stunning game here. And there's not only a coach, but a father out to comfort his son, console his son. Dobart with the handshakes. And again, a 1-0 game with Danville with the win. They'll win the Division IV state championship. Danville and Proctor went to the half scoreless. And it was a goal inside the 10-minute mark that will be the winner. Judkins. And they'll have the trophy presentation. I'll keep it here. I'm going to stick my hands in my pocket trying to warm them up. But the Danville Indians making that 2.5-hour ride down will get the win. So Proctor thwarted from being able to get state championship number 16. In a ball game, especially the second half, that Danville just had complete control of. They limited Proctor. I don't remember the Danville goalie having to make a save in the second half. Now, I could be wrong, but if he did, it was one goal, maybe two saves at the most. But it is Danville with the upset from the number 10 seeded spot over number 1 seeded Proctor, and on Proctor's home turf nonetheless. So again, on a cold, cold day, there's the score, 1-0. There's a very dejected Proctor group. But they'll have the announcement of the trophies brought out. Well, to sum it up, to be quite honest with you, you know, you get a team like Danville. They play up in their schedule. They play up a lot of higher division teams. They play that Northern League that you hear so much about. They get on a roll, momentum-wise, in the playoffs, and they ended up upsetting the number 1 seed on their home turf, 1-0. So Danville will win the championship over Proctor. And I'm just going to shut down here and get the trophies when they come up. Proctor will take that last jog of the season as a team across the field. Of course, your seniors they didn't have a lot of seniors, but they're quality seniors that will graduate this year. And that is customary tradition for them to, after the game, win or lose, they jog across from line to line. And a celebration and a little tan down Danville. If they ask for the spectators to leave the field so they can bring on the trophies. Receive their individual medals. Again, a 1-0 loss to Danville. Again, just recapping, the whole season. Proctor came into the season with high expectations. A team they thought last year had the players and coaching staff in place to take it to the championship game. They were upset by Black River last year in the semifinals. A great game. They were able to come through in the semifinals and get to the championship game. Again, Justin Ratty, their goalie, played outstanding today. The goal by Danville came late in the second half. But again, you know, it's tough to lose whether you're the 10th seed or the number 1 seed. When you're in the championship game and you lose, it's quite sobering, and it's a tough thing. So they again had an excellent regular season, a good playoff run, but will end up losing to a very good Danville team. So then what they will do now is have the the individual trophies, awards, and then they will hand out the runner-up trophy to the captains. Yeah, there's the captains from Proctor right there.
Congratulations to Proctor.
Yeah, and they'll have the runner-up trophy. I know it's not what they wanted, but it is quite an accomplishment considering all the teams and all the players. You are one of the last 2 teams standing at the end of the season. Now we'll get the Danville individual awards. Yeah, quite a contingent of people made the ride down from Danville, and I heard them talking around me. It was worth the ride, they said, as they will get the 1-0 win and the state championship. As they'll have their individual, then they'll have the big trophy, and that will sign down the soccer season as it comes to a close on Munger Vision. And this isn't about me, but I have a feeling 90% sure this is my final soccer game that I will videotape for PEG TV. And what a way to go out, a championship game as your final broadcast. I'll move on to basketball season next. And what I'm saying is I don't believe that I will do soccer anymore. I'm going to cut way back on my videotaping schedule. And right now my gut's telling me after 15 years, you just did your last soccer game, and it was a championship game, and you did the best you could do. And congratulations to Danville. I feel bad for Proctor, but they hold their heads high. Now, like I say, every game there's a better team on the field at the end, or on the court, or on the ice rink. There's always a better team at the end of the contest, and quite frankly, the way that second half went, Danville just outplayed Proctor in the second half. There was no bad calls or chippy play. It was just they played better, and that's not taking anything away from Proctor. Now they'll raise the trophy. I'll fade it down.
EPA Division 4 State Champion Trophy and the rotating trophy.